All right, my loves, welcome to another Wednesday team call. I am super duper excited this week. We have a lot to talk about. Last week we talked about the kudos. By now you probably have it in hand. You've probably been playing with it, and hopefully you've already gone live about it. There's some growing pains, just like with any new product, learning how to make it work for you, your skin type, your body, your preferences. So you guys probably saw my live in the team page, I think yesterday or whatever, where I tried a bunch of different ways. I've still got some other ways that I want to try, and I encourage you to do the same. And then it's important that as we're developing an education around this product, that we're translating that to our customers as soon as possible, because the last thing you want is a customer that gets a product, tries it one time, and is unhappy with it, right? You need to get ahead of that game, because it does run very dark, and that's just the kind of palette it is. It's a smoky eye, it's a holiday palette, it runs dark. So get ahead of the game. Start planting those seeds with your customers so that they don't get something that they're not prepared for, okay? So I don't know how you guys are tracking on the trunk. That's exciting if you're going to be able to earn it. I can't wait to see some of you guys bust that bad boy out. And I wanted to take a second really quick to talk about the Boss Babe of the Week. This week, our Boss Babe of the Week is Michelle Garrettson, because she hit 10K in PRS this week. And that is huge. That is definitely something to celebrate, and I'm super duper proud of her, because she is the epitome of team no excuses. Her husband right now is in Colorado. She's living in in Florida, and doing the back and forth thing, trying to like spend time with her husband, but also they have a house in Florida. And so she's always on the go. She has to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and her job is an hour-and-a-half commute each way. So she's up at 5 a.m., and she's still busting out lives. She's still making sales, and she hit $10,000 in PRS. So without a doubt, she deserves Boss Babe of the Week, and I'm super duper proud of her. I wish she was on here to accept this award and like cry like it was, you know, Miss America or something. But we'll just work with what we got. She'll watch this on the replay and be very thankful, I'm sure, because she's amazing. And then we have a special guest. I'm excited, so excited that you guys are going to get to hear some words of wisdom, some insight from the amazing Leslie Powell. She is a wonderful leader, a boss babe, certainly to be followed, and any information that she dishes out, you guys should make sure you got pen, paper handy, and get ready to take some notes. All right, Leslie.
All right, it's all me. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm a stranger to Zoom, so you all bear with me. Like, this is all like new.
She's a Zoom virgin.
I'm an OG. I'm an old girl, so it takes a while for those old girls to learn how to use this stuff. So I told Marie, like, I almost felt guilty, because she's like, well, what is your strong point? What would you like to talk about? And I'm like, you're not going to need me. And she's like, no, really, what do you do? And I'm like, well, my thing is makeup play dates. And I'm like, you don't need my help on that. She's like, no, I'm sure there's something that you can pass on. So I do have a few, I work in medicine full time, just so you guys know. Some of you all may not know me, so maybe I should just introduce myself and tell a little bit about myself. So my name's Leslie Powell. I have been in Unique for 3 years. October 16th was my anniversary. So Holly, I joined in October, just like you, little October baby. And I am an Orange Status presenter. I'm currently running a team of about 595 girls. We're fast approaching 600. I'm married to my husband, Bill. We've been married for 12 years. We have 2 doggies. We have no children together, but we have children by a blended marriage. And I'm also a grandmother. We say Mimi in this house, because I've never had children of my own. It's really weird being a grandmother. So I'm Mimi.
I'm a Mimi too.
Yes, I have 4 gorgeous grandchildren. I have 2 boys and 2 girls under 4, all under 4. Yes. So, yeah, that's pretty much my life. I work full time as a physician assistant. So I've been in medicine for 15 years, and that obviously occupies a lot of my time. So what I was getting to was I want to give you all some pearls about makeovers. And in medicine, we call little good tidbits of information that you want to tuck into your pocket pearls, because pearls are things you want to hold on to. So I'm going to give you all a few little tidbits of information, mainly on makeup play dates and kind of how I handle things in a makeup play date. You know, as far as the structure of the makeup play date, those are all things that Marie can teach you. But one of the things that you always want to do when it comes to a makeup play date is you do not want to let that person get out the door without presenting them a sales pitch, okay? I know for a lot of people that's the hard part of the makeover, because you're having fun, but that's the whole point. They're having fun, they've got the makeup on their face, and they're super excited about their new look, right? They've gotten a new nude lip or whatever it is that you've given them. Maybe hopefully for Christmas coming up, you've given them an awesome red lip, and they're loving it because they never thought they could wear a red lip. So always keep in mind, this is something that I do at every makeover. So I have something that I call a makeup Bible, and basically all it is, it's just a little notebook that I put the date down. I do a quick briefing on them. Every single person that comes to my makeover gets a mask. Okay, we start out with a mask first. It's a $49 product. That's a very expensive product. And the nice thing is I get them to wash their face. I get them a mask. I ask them what type of skin they have, and we put the appropriate mask on. And while they're sitting with the mask on their face and it's prepping and doing all these wonderful things to their skin, I talk to them. So I want to know what they expect out of the makeover. I want to know what kind of problems they have with their face. Are they worried about dark circles under their eyes? Are they wanting to target, fine lines? Are they wanting to get a natural makeover? Rebel, really? So you kind of want to get some information out of them, and I also try to find out what kind of products they're using. So if they're using a hodgepodge of products, we know that their skin is not going to be as good as it can be because they're using a hodgepodge of products. You know, they're using Mary Kay this and they're using Walmart that. So you want to try to steer them towards your whole product line, obviously, is why you have them there. So get that information out of them and get that mask on every single person. And what I will do is if they have normal to fairly normal to combination skin, if I put the charcoal mask on them, I'll send them home with a sample of the exfoliating mask. I keep mask samples for my makeovers as well, because sometimes they may not like one mask as well as they will another, but that'll be a definite sale for you that comes after the makeover. So, okay, all that aside, we go through the whole makeover. One of the things that I always do with every makeover, especially when it comes to putting on lips, put 3 lip products on them and put 3 types of eye products on them. Usually I will try to do like a splurge cream as a base so they can kind of see what that nude eye looks like, especially if they just have Elegant splurge cream on there. And so they get a feel for what that is like and how it lays on their face. And then I'll pull out a palette. And I'll try to get that palette, which now, of course, we have the pressed shadows, so you can actually use the pressed shadows or the pressed palette. But you want to get a couple different varieties of product on their face so that they know how it works, and they're sold in 3s, okay? This is the key. This is a big key for upselling. You want to get at least 3 glosses, or 3 lip products, a splash or a stain. I typically don't do stains at makeovers because they're really hard to get off, right? So you want to do a splash liquid lipstick or a lipstick or a lip gloss, and you want to get 3 shades of each. So when I put those on their face, I write those down in my little makeup book because that's an automatic upsell. If they love 2, you can sell 3. So you can always push them over to the next, or that gives you something on your radar when you do a follow-up with them, that you can get another sale the next time you talk to them. Oh, Cindy, I know you're loving your upscale lipstick, but you really looked amazing and loaded, and that's a great fall color. Do you want to go ahead and pick that up this month? You want to use that as an upsell trigger when you follow up with them. So the other thing that I do is when I set them down and I give them my sales pitch, I pretty much tell them, okay, and you can kind of be funny about it. I usually say, okay, you've got this look on and you look absolutely amazing. What is the amount of money that your husband will allow you to spend tonight that won't get you in trouble when you go home? So I usually kind of throw that out there to kind of break the ice, because it is always awkward moving over to the sales part. And hello, you guys coming in. And basically, when you do that, she might say, okay, he told me I can spend $100. So every single time I try to get them to $100. Now, me personally, I never use my YCash on myself. I save my YCash for discounts that I can apply when the makeover is there, or discounts that I can use for flash sales for my customers and to spoil my VIP. You can use your YCash however you want to, but I always use it for that. So if they're at $107, I'll go ahead and knock that $7 off of whatever product they bought that night to get them as close to $100 so we can keep them out of trouble. So that's another tip of what I do. And always do a follow-up with your makeover to let them know that their product has shipped, and do a follow-up about 2 weeks out to see how they're liking their product. That's always a good way, to check on them. And it's a good way to offer good customer service, because we know customer service is king these days. The better customer service you offer to your customers, they're not going to leave and go somewhere else. They're going to stay with you. Okay, so that's kind of my biggest tips. I'm going to move you guys in here. That's my biggest tips that I have on makeovers. I don't really do anything special with makeovers, but the key is to sealing the deal with the sale when before they leave your house, because as soon as they leave your house, they're going to go home and their son is going to need a new backpack, or the hot water heater is going to break, and that's going to be your makeover right out the window. You're not going to make any profit off of that makeover, and you don't want that to be a waste of your time. So you want to make sure that you seal that sale. And if she's really tight, say, okay, what is the one product that you have to have tonight? If we can do one product, and it's typically going to be the foundation or the primer. Those are the two things, or the mascara that you're probably going to want to try to sell up front at a makeover. So with that being said, we have a little something here that I put together for my team. And you can kind of see it here. It's a stocking game, okay? And we're going to kind of run through this really quick. I've already emailed the handout to Marie, so she is going to give that to you guys. But this is a game that I basically organized using 3 collections, okay? So you're basically taking 3 collections, and you're going to break those collections down. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Yay! Marie, you're freaking awesome. You're a genius. So this is the stocking game. You're going to take 3 collections, and the collections that we used, and it's down there at the bottom highlighted, we're using Hold On to My Crown, we're using Holy Angel, and On Fire. So everything that you see here in item 1 and item 2 column is basically from those collections. Now, what I did, the quad shadows that you see there, I took those 4 quad shadows and I broke them down into individual shadows. Me, myself, when I ordered all of my shadows in August, when we were able to get all those, I have a lot of refills. Marie, do you have some of those, the refills? Mm-hmm. Pop them in. So that was my idea, to pop them in, those refills, because I mean, what am I going to do with those? They're just sitting in my makeup trunk right now. So that kind of ups the value of them to $18 instead of $14 individually. Okay, so you'll have those quad shadows that you can pop into those refills, which you can put into the stockings. So basically how this breaks down is you have 26 items and you're going to have 13 stockings. You need to sell each one of these stockings for a minimum of $50. I was actually talking to another girl on my team tonight. If you want to push it down to $49 per stocking, that sounds better than $50, right? But we needed to come to an even number. The actual amount of money that you're going to spend on each stocking really comes out to, it was $51.92. So you were going to lose $1.92 on each stocking. If you knock it down to $49, obviously you're going to lose $2.92. But hold that thought, okay? We're getting there. We're going to lay this out. So if you use these 3 collections, you're looking at, let me see if I've got the breakdown. I think it's $675. Yes. You're going to have $675 in PRS, and the goal is to pre-sale these stockings, right? 13 stockings, 26 items at, if you want to do $49 each, you're going to lose $2.92 on each stocking. So let's do the breakdown. You're going to put this under a party up underneath yourself. Can you see me? Is everything okay?
Yep. Yep,
Okay.
we're all good. You're going to put these under a party. You want me to switch back to you now?
No, you're fine. You can leave that there. So if you put it all up under a party under yourself, you're going to accumulate 14% sales. That equivalates to $94.50 in Y cash. Okay, so you're going to make up that $1.92 or $2.92 that you're going to lose in Y cash, right? Which you're going to be able to use to hold a flash sale or whatever it is that you want to use that Y cash for. Maybe you need a Christmas shop with it. I don't know. You're going to accumulate 3 half-off items. Your commission at 20% as a white status presenter is $135. Your commission as yellow status to up to blue status is 25%. That's $168.75. If you're at elite or above at 30% commission, you're going to make $202.50. So you're looking at a good chunk of change for selling out on these stockings, and you're also looking at a good amount of Y cash on a party that you're going to accumulate. 13 stockings does sound steep. So right now, in what we did on my team is we've plugged this in and started it on November 1st. In my VIP, which they typically do buy a lot, I've already sold 5 of my stockings. It may take you all month to sell these stockings, okay? You may have to play with them a little bit. What I have found with my VIP is that I have a crap ton of half-off items in my back office. So this is what I did. I told my ladies in my VIP, I said, if we sell all of these stockings by such and such date, so you may even want to set a date by Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday, whatever it is. You want to just try to make it as quick as possible. I have volunteered to add in an extra half-off item, a coupon for a half-off that they can use in the month of January towards any one item into their stocking. So that kind of gives incentive for them to go ahead and buy those quicker. As you can see, just by looking at the screen, what's there, most of them have at least a retail value of at least $50. Number 5 stocking is a brow palette and an eyeliner, and then you want to put in a filler item. If you scroll down, you can see I wrote down there at the bottom some of the filler items that you can put in. And so you kind of want to make these stockings look beefy because you really want to spoil your VIP. And what I suggested is you can go to the dollar store and do some dollar items. You can add in some stretchy gloves. You can do some blending buds. You can do some fuzzy socks. You can add in some $1 elf brushes that you can get at CVS or Walmart. You might find a few cheap scarves that you really like. Sometimes you go to Old Navy. If you do that thing on Black Friday, you can get some really great deals. You can get the 2 packs of socks. You might want to add in some chocolate in there because every woman loves chocolate. You can even just put in a sample of her mask. You know, throw everybody a mask sample in. If you've accumulated quite a few of those, that would be a great gift to throw in. If you have pins with your name on them, you want to throw in pins. And I would do a handwritten thank you note with these because that is a good night.
Good night.
So that's a great way for you to get some quick PRS. Now, there's a couple ways you can run this stocking game as well. You can keep it a secret, a complete secret. Depends on what your VIPs like, and you can ask them. You can leave everything a secret, and you can just ship it to them in the mail. You're going to need to go ahead and invoice them and get the money, obviously, ahead of time before you order the product. And I actually went to Target, and why I got you all here. Hold on. Let me run in here to my office and get this bag, and I will show you some of the cute stockings and things that I came up with to tuck these into. And Target has a great sale right now on stockings. It's really dark in here. Sorry if you are getting dizzy looking at me. Let me show you some of the things I found. I don't know how well you can see. Let's take this back into the living room. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I got all this. Let's take this in here so you can see what I came up with so you don't have to go look. I've already done the groundwork for you. Give me just 5 seconds. Oh, it is dark. Almost there. Hope y'all aren't dizzy yet. Okay. Let me sit this down here. Rebel, you cannot get up here. Okay. So I actually went into Old Navy because I use my Old Navy card for my business. So I had some free stuff that I could buy. So Old Navy has these. Here's Be Beautiful's little bags. And they had this one too, which I love, which says Brains, Beauty, and Bronzer. They were $8, but I got almost all of them free because I had some Old Navy cash. So that's an option. I'm actually thinking about holding on to these for my VIP for something separate. But here's the stockings that they have. They have the mermaid stockings. You see that? It flips back over to
super cute.
Yeah, $3 at Target. So these are great. I mean, wouldn't you love getting a stocking in the mail? Here's another color that they had. They had the white with the silver. So they're like velvety on the back. Let me see what other kinds they had. Oh, of course they had the purple ones.
Question.
Yes,
Yeah.
Julia.
So they're kind of run like flash sales. Like you get them in the collections and you kind of break them up.
Yes.
Sell them individual. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to necessarily run it as a flash sale. You can just advertise it. Like I put it up on the 1st in my VIP. So we're like 8 or 9 days in, and it's taken me 5 days to sell them. And I kind of have to just keep bumping it up to the top and say, we're down to this many. I have the pictures for you guys. I'll send that over to Marie. And I also have the verbiage I can send over to her as well. But it is going really well. There's little mini stockings they have too. These were $1. They're all kinds of sparkly colors. There's red. There's green ones. So if you have some smaller products like lip products, you can stick down in here. But Target really had some really cute stuff. They have them in hot pink. Same ones as the purple ones. Can you all see these okay? Are they showing up?
Yeah.
The other thing that I really love that Target had, and I kind of just ran up on these, and I still haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with them, but look at these rose gold metallic bags. They were $3 in the little $3 bin, and they had silver too. Wouldn't it be awesome to put like a set of red like products in this and put them out for display for even vendor events? So kind of keep that in mind. My goal this year, I've never done this, is I went into my back office and I looked up the people who have spent at least $500 to $1,000 with me in the last year, and I have quite a few people that have spent a good chunk of change. And I'm going to take like my top 5 or 10 people, and I'm just going to drop them a thank you gift in the mail. So I'm going to use some of these, smaller stockings and things like that you can do as well, just to thank people. I mean, even if you just send them a stocking with a half off coupon, which costs you nothing, and then a lip gloss, buy lip glosses and sets or eyeliners and sets to send to your VIPs just as a thank you for supporting your business. Like this is the time of the year that you want to use those half off items in order to do those kinds of things. So that's kind of where my brain is at. I'm freezing. I'm putting this blanket back on me. That's kind of like where my brain is at and what I have been doing. So that's the stocking game. Does anybody have any questions? Does it look like it makes sense on paper when you look at it? So I did all the hard part for you guys. I sat there and did all the makeup math to figure out for you all. And like I said, I haven't sold all of mine yet. And basically what I have come to the conclusion of is it's going to be tough probably to sell 13. But I think if you can sell at least 10 of them, you're going to come out. You'll be able to break that other product off and you can sell it at full price because you're getting it at a discount in the collection and sell it at full price. And you've got between now and Christmas to do that. So that'll give you some in-stock product to have on hand as well. So, or you can run a flash sale in your VIP for last minute gift givers. You'll be able to get rid of that. So don't be scared if you don't sell all the stockings. I would say your cutoff point would be 10. If you think you can't sell all 13. If you sell at least 10, I would probably go ahead and order it and roll with it.
And I think that that's awesome. If you guys have watched my turning your rewards into PRS video and how to use YCash and half offs, you could use a half price item to buy that collection as long as you were committed to taking all of that money. If you only sold 10 into rebuying that stock, you'll still get the PRS in the end, but it's not going to cost you as much up front, and it'll give you a little bit more flexibility with actually running that flash sale and not feeling like you lost so much if you only sell 10 instead of 13.
Right. Absolutely. So there's lots of ways you can work it. You've just got to do it within your comfort zone, whatever your pocketbook will allow. And I think you have to know your customer base as well. So, you just got to work it out as to however to work for you. But it's a pretty good deal. I think I did Marie, I'm pretty sure I worked out. I got to go back in my team page and look, but I worked out. I think I used the Bombshell collection, the Fifth Avenue Bombshell, and I threw the Kudos in with that. And I worked that out into 10 stockings. But really, to be honest with you, after I worked that out, I don't think that the price point was that much better. I think those stockings ended up coming to, I want to say $40, but I'm not completely sure. So I was like, gosh, you can get all this other stuff for 49 or $50, and now we're looking at, I think they were, I thought I had it here, but I don't. I'll figure it out and I'll send that to you too. So if you think you can definitely sell 10, that's another option. The PRS was not as high, but that's another option. I worked out another little game for, with the Kudos. So.
And people love games. Like this time of year, they want it to be fun. They want it to be lighthearted. They want it to be exciting. So you could even throw in like everyone that buys a stocking will be entered into a raffle to win something else, right? Like
well, the 3 bags, I didn't include the 3 bags in. So you've got 3 collection bags there. And the reason I left the bags out of the mix was because I thought, okay, you're going to have customers that are going to want collection bags at Christmas. If you have your big spenders, you want to use those collection bags to gift those to your big spenders. So if you have somebody who doesn't buy collection but is a cherry picker and they end up spending $200 with you, you could say, you know what, thank you for shopping with me. Merry Christmas. Here's a free collection bag with your gift.
Yep.
I mean,
well, I do that. Can we just circle back really quick? Because Leslie, you've given everybody a lot of really good information. I want to just circle back to play dates really quick for a second, because I had a couple of things just to add while we were here and conversating about it. Every person that books a play date with me, and I've almost moved 100% to play dates over parties. I still do parties, but I've started doing a lot more play dates because I love the personability in it. But every single person that comes to my house for a play date walks away with something for free, whether it's a mask, whether it's a bag, a collection bag, or if they spend like $100 or $200, then I will give them one of those items, like the cheaper one. Like, I'm going to give you that liner for free, girl, or I'm going to give you that lip gloss for free, right? They're spending $200. Just hearing that you just gave them something for free just makes them feel good inside. So it's another way to make them feel uber special. That was just about them. Their entire time with you was about pampering, was about feeling beautiful, and to cap it all off, you gave them something for free. It really just helps that dynamic of your client presenter relationship, and presenter and those collection bags are a very good way to do that, because you immediately know that they're going to take that home and they're going to use it, and then every time they open up their makeup bag, it's a unique makeup bag. They might take it with them everywhere they go. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did the same thing when our eye pigments were going out of stock. I just loaded up on those. I bought those in the sets of 4, and I've kept them aside because there's a lot of people who still want something for free. And you can still do it too if you go ahead and purchase a quad and you buy it at half off. So it would be $21. So you're looking at those quad shadows. If you give away one for free, if there's a shade that you use on them they just absolutely love, you're looking at about what, $5.25 is what you're spending on giving them and that's a shadow to go in their palette. So get them started off if they have one or that they really like. That's a way to do it as well. Use those half off items wisely. There is a right time to use half offs. I know everybody preaches, don't fool with half offs, you don't get any PRS. You use half offs to spoil your VIP, or if you're just I tell my girls the other time you definitely want to use half off items is when you're hard up for cash, okay? If you don't have the product, you can't sell it. So I don't care if it's the beginning of the month and you really want to wait until you get paid. If you don't have that anniversary palette in your hand, you can't promote it and you can't sell it. So if it's the beginning of the month and you have to use a half off and you're getting no PRS on it and you're not getting paid on it, so what? What if you sell all of them and win a trunk? Like, spend the $24.50. Like, just be done with it. So for the anniversary palette, yeah.
And Leslie, just to add to that, one of the things that I've taught my team is to use a half off to buy a collection of liners, right? So you buy the collection of liners, that makes them $5 or $6. So then you can bundle them with a mascara. You get the PRS from the mascara, you bundle them for $40, whatever, you're making money, you're making commission, you're making PRS, and they're getting 2 products. So yeah, I mean, do that math. You guys have seen that video. I know if you haven't watched it, message me and I will make sure you get a link to that so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm a firm believer that the rewards are there to be optimized. They're not there to just wither and die because they expire after a year. And it's another tool in your belt to be successful. So don't waste it. Don't waste that hidden gem of rewards. Right? It's a benefit of this company, and you can definitely optimize that for a bigger PRS in the end.
And how sad are you, Marie, that we can't get sets of lipsticks anymore in the tins?
I am. The lip glosses, you mean?
Yes, we need to complain about that.
Yeah, I missed the lip gloss set.
And say we want those lip glosses back because they were great. I mean, you could get a full set for like $60.
With a half off. Yep, that's exactly what I would do. And I would bundle a lip gloss and a mascara because I have so many clients that are just lip gloss and mascara. They don't wear a lot of makeup, but those are the 2 items that they would put on if they had to. And so yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, I still do the 3-pack, but it's not the same deal.
No, because you end up, if you do,
9.
you still short one, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're actually getting 1 free. So that's true. I didn't think about it that way, but that's still, it would have been nice if they would have had that option. And even if you buy the set of 15 liners where you get 1 of every color, that's a great deal. But the way to go is the 10 because you get a cherry pick the colors that you want. So you could do, black, brown, and white. Yeah, black, brown, and white. And you're always going to have those on hand to spoil your customers. You can't go wrong.
Julia, you and your blanket.
Girl, we're all freezing.
Oh my gosh. Julia, your makeup looks beautiful.
She's glowing.
Thanks. I just did it.
Highlight on fleek.
I know, and it's the shimmery blush thing too.
Oh, is it?
I did both.
Nice. You doubled up.
Yeah, I did.
Doubled down, that's right.
All right, my loves. So let's just finish this up really quick. Leslie, I wanted to say thank you so much for coming on. You are a doll face. The stockings are going to be a fantastic idea moving into the holidays. The Playdate tips that you gave were so valuable, and I'm super excited. So, homework. Let's talk homework. Homework, now that we've learned about Playdates a little bit more, your homework is to message 10 ladies in your friends list and see if they want to have a play date. Extra credit for the prize is going to be to actually book a play date before next Wednesday when we have our next team call. All right?
And one quick thing, Marie, one of the ways I keep my calendar out all the time. It's always with me, even when I'm at work, my full-time job. One of the ways to get Playdates booked is to create a sense of urgency. So, I always say, like, especially when we're coming to the end of October, I'm booking Playdates for November and I'm already into the 2nd week of November. Who wants a Playdate? Or, I'm almost full this week. I only have 1 Playdate left. And I typically try to do 4 Playdates a week. I do them Monday through Thursday, and I try to do them even before my husband gets home so that doesn't even come into play. I have a little flexibility in my job, so I can leave a little bit early, so that makes it nice. But you want to book those play dates and create a sense of urgency. So even if your calendar is empty, you need to create a sense of urgency as the holidays are coming. You need to hurry and get your holiday glam look under wraps so we can go ahead and order your product and get it in on time so you can create your own holiday look. So use those types of tactics to help you book those holiday makeovers quick. And don't forget, you can even do like a holiday, like a VIP deal on like a Saturday where you just go crazy. You can even double up with somebody else that is sideline of you. Like if Marie and I were in the same town, we could do the same house. She could bring her clients, I could bring mine. So just for fun, we get that interaction, but you could do 1 an hour. and just bust it out. Do 8 in a day. Knock it out. Be done with it.
Stack them all up.
Stack them.
Knock them all down.
Knock it down, honey. Make your time count.
So there we have it. Everybody's got your marching orders, right? Homework. Message 10 ladies that you only have next Wednesday or whatever. I've got 2 spots between now and next week, and then the holidays are approaching and you won't be able to see me again. If you've been wanting a tutorial, if you've been wanting to learn about this smoky eye, come see me. Come step in the studio. Book those play dates. And anyone that books a play date before next Wednesday will be entered in for the extra credit prize this week.
And Marie, I want to just tell you, you can decide if the girls want to get involved. They're welcome to join in on the makeup mixer that we're setting up.
Okay.
They can put their, I'm trying to get a holiday makeup mixer. It's going to be all holiday looks. And I've already got about 7 people that are committed to joining that. So we're probably going to try to get that up and running next week, so we can go ahead and get those holiday looks cranked out. And basically what it's going to be is we're just going to do the work. You guys throw your customers up in there, and they can learn some new techniques from different people, different team members, maybe stuff they've never seen before, and that'll help your sales.
So if anyone would like to go live in a mega makeup mixer for the holidays, just shoot me a message and I'll make sure Leslie knows that you're added. And last time I did a makeup mixer, it was wonderful because there were like 20,000 people in there, and there were presenters, but there were a lot of customers. And it's not about like stealing other people's customers. It's about getting more followers more than anything, because they might not buy from me, but they might come watch all my lives. They might start commenting on my stuff. And so it's even bigger than just getting sales, right? It's expanding your network, it's increasing your algorithm, and it's really helping your lives to thrive a little bit more by exposing you to a bigger audience.
Yeah, and your customers may learn something from somebody else that they may never learn from you, or something that you don't even know, but they're going to come back and buy off of you, which is great. So it's a win-win for everybody. So
you're letting somebody else do the selling.
Yes. And we're going to have a new presenter every night. So, tune in and we'll announce who's coming. And so it'll be great. It'll be fun.
Well, I'm in.
I'm down.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Most of us know I don't have fancy space of my own. So how do you do your play dates if somebody doesn't want you going to their house, but you don't have your own space?
You want to take that, Marie, or you want me to take it, or?
Well, go ahead. Well, let's both take it. You go first. You're the guest.
You know what I've done before, Liz? It's Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have actually met somebody at Starbucks with my makeup trunk. Yes, I have.
Okay.
Right there I bring my shine cloth wipes, or I tell them come with a clean face, and we're going to sit in the corner over here at Starbucks, and we're going to get her done. Sometimes the lighting is not the best, but when you're hungry and you want to sell product and you want to get it out there, you'll do whatever it takes. So if they don't want you coming to their house, see if there's some place they can meet on common ground. Or you can do what I always say, double down. If they don't want you to come to their house, they may have a friend who's willing to put up her house, and you can do 2 makeups for the price of 1.
Okay.
I've had a therapy session at Starbucks.
Oh yeah, girl.
It's funny. I had like a random woman next to me just like put in like her own like story and wanted to ask her own questions, and I was like, well, I'm in the middle of something, so
Or where I find is good is Panera.
Okay.
I like Panera because I limit how much I bring. I don't bring it all. I try to make sure that I just bring like a few things, and I make sure to bring a catalog because we're working under limited circumstances and I don't have the same amount of time. I mean, I don't care at Panera. I'll post up right in the window, little booth in the window. It's you and me, and we're going to be here as long as we got to be here. They also have Wi-Fi, which is nice. And then another thing, like Leslie kind of stole my thunder a little bit, was ask them if they have a friend. Like, do you have a friend? You guys want to do it together? Maybe we can do it at their house. If it were warmer, or if you live somewhere where it's warmer, you can meet in a park. You can go, because then you got the nice natural lighting. You know, you go find like one of those little park tables and you guys set up and you just show her everything there. Now we're moving into winter, so that's going to be a little bit more challenging. But you could invite her to any one of your open houses, like, or if someone else is having a party for you, invite her to the party, right? And yeah, that hostess is going to get a little bit of sales, but you're going to double up, because then you're giving her an opportunity to get into the energy of it all, right? So parties have an amazing energy. Once one or two people start buying, everybody freaking buys. So if you bring that person to the party, your hostess is going to be super excited that you did that, and it just kind of like gives you a space to work with that person maybe a little bit and show them the products. If you're really stuck, right? Like if you're really stuck, those are some of the options.
Liz, I have a quick question. You said that you don't have a place. Are you referring to like a makeup room? Is that what you mean?
No. My husband and I still live with my parents because we're saving to buy a house.
Right.
And I just don't have, like, I could bring people here, but I don't, like, it's my parents' space. I don't want to invade that.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, if you're just thinking of a makeup room, like when I first started doing makeovers, I was doing it out of the back room.
I know. I've done it with people that I know. I'm like, well, you can come over, but we're going to be in the bathroom because you can sit on the toilet.
Yeah. I get it. And you do what you have to do until you can, find a better way. But like, you do have to get creative sometimes. Sometimes if you have a really good relationship with your hairstylist and her salon's not full, she has an open chair or something, she might let you use her chair in her salon. So like, kind of think outside the box. Or if you have somebody who's a nail tech and they leave at 5 and you need to do a makeover at 6 and there's still people in there, they may let you use their station. So kind of think outside the box. Sometimes you can have those types of environments to jump on that you can say, hey, I'll give you free shipping on your next order if you'll just let me use your nail station.
True.
Or a gloss or an eyeliner that you have laying around somewhere. Yeah, that's an option too. So you do have to get creative sometimes, but it is doable for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have any questions before we let the lovely Leslie go? Well, that'll do it to it, friends. Happy Wednesday. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your dedication to your business by showing up to go up. It is wonderful to see your lovely faces. And Leslie, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And I am